Hello and welcome back to another episode. Very briefly, I'm going to show a little montage of all the levels I got, rather than pretending that I'm going to go do all those things, because a lot of the levels I have in those videos are older levels, I guess, such as I've gotten some mining levels and I've gotten some I don't know, I think thieving levels and stuff, and I just wanted to basically show the progress towards those levels, because I did manage to record some of them. I didn't, I think, record my thieving level, some of the early ones, but I did get all the later ones. I forgot that when the RuneLite screen is pulled up, it won't do an automatic screenshot. If the RuneLite screen is behind whatever you're working on, it'll automatically take a screenshot and save like the little you've just gotten a new level notification. So without further ado, enjoy my montage of levels, and potentially I think there's a video of me doing achievement diary in there. All right, so here we are getting 82 mining. This is the last mining level I'll probably ever need. It's for the Elite Wilderness Diary. I could also have used stews, but because it's in the wilderness, I don't want to die and have to get the stews and have to get the spices and everything like that all over again. This is the easiest option, just going ahead and buying a dragon pickaxe, using the boost, and then getting the Rune Scimitar made. And to be honest here, I didn't know what to bring. I didn't know how hard these golems were to beat. I didn't know if it was something you were supposed to beat with a pickaxe, or if you were like supposed to come equipped with things. So I'm using Protect from Melee and Piety because I just wasn't really sure how long it would take to kill this thing. And as you can see, I'm experimenting with both stab and crush styles, trying to find the best way to kill the golem, because if you don't know, there are no runite rocks in this wilderness resource area. There's only runite golems that you have to kill and then mine, which also makes it a little difficult, I think, if you're boosting with stews, because you have to kill these and then mine them before they despawn. I don't know what the despawn timer is on these. I'm just hoping that it was going to be long enough for me to kill it. Here we are. That is the finishing blow on the golem. It did not take too long, and the boost happening now. I know it usually takes a while to mine these, so I'm hoping this one does not take too long. Of course, I'm lying. I'm filming this in the future, or I'm recording this in the future. That didn't take any time at all. Look at that. So now it's just getting the 8 coal, which I'm realizing now in the future that I could have just brought them in. Once I looked at the wiki, I thought you had to mine it all here. I thought that was the one. It said made from scratch in the wilderness area, the wilderness zone, because it has the mining requirement. Usually it means you're going to need the mining ability. I guess that's only for the runite, not necessarily for the coal. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut this, and so you see me with all 8 coal. Here we are, 8th piece. That actually took longer than killing the golem. That is the easy part. We're going to go ahead and smelt it. I have the Kovacs grog, so I can make so I have to also boost, of course. And we're going to make the scimitar. And this is the point I find out that you need 2 runite bars to make a scimitar, not 1. So all of my wiki checking was for nothing. And of course, there is my little unhappy face. So I'm going to be right back with another Kovacs grog and going to do this again. I decided to try the Dwarven Stout Mature instead of the Kovacs grog. I didn't want to waste more points on the grog if I could just use the Stout. Instead of actually using the wiki, I decided to go ahead and buy it for about 10k more than it's worth. Then discover that I can't actually use it. And then thinking, no, wait, let me check the little skill list just to double check that it's 90 smithing. Oh yeah, look at that. It is 90 smithing for the scimitar. So now I'm going to go ahead and sell the Dwarven Stout for a whole 10k less than I spent on it. And that was just a really amazing way to show you how it is to lose money, both in the real world and in a computer game. And now I'm buying the Kovacs grog for like 30k more than the list price. So it's been a lot of fun trying to get this one Elite Diary task done. So here we are back at the wilderness resource area. Got to kill another golem, got to mine the golem, but thankfully I don't have to mine more coal. So easiest part, I guess, is over. Golem is now down. I think this mining took just, as I say hopefully, but I don't even remember how long this mining took. I think it was about a similar time to last time. It was just very quick and straightforward. Luckily, I ran into no player killers or anybody like that along this whole journey. I guess it's not a super popular spot to get stuff from people. But here we are, second bar made, and then sipping the grog, making the scimitar, and finally I have finished that task in the diary. That also marks the last of the smithing tasks I have and the last of the mining tasks. I don't have to do any more mining or smithing until I go for max, but now I'm done. I hit the record a little too late on this one, but I just got the casting ice barrage on someone in Castle Wars, and now I'm trying to discover whether or not you can teleport out. I need the teleport to Gorok, but unfortunately the Castle Wars does not let you teleport out, so you have to just use Imbued Heart or Ancient Brew to get that achievement if you're boosting. Now that I've done some of the achievement diary tasks that I could actually get out of the way, I wanted to switch gears and go back to the combat achievements. And in this video, or this continuation of the video specifically, we're going to focus on, or I'm going to focus on Sarachnis. I still have not done the Barrows one, but I am trying to get the 25 KC at Sarachnis. And of course this is being, I'm voicing over this, but I do have, I think, what does it say? 11. Oh, okay. So not too bad. I did die once previously. Before filming this, I was trying to see how well using the thralls worked out. And I tried to do it on I tried to make RuneLite take up my whole screen, thinking it would help filming, but instead it actually reorganized all the icons at the bottom. And because I don't use F keys, I'm getting used to them. I'm still I don't use F keys on the actual keyboard. I have a Mac, so I use all their little volume up, brightness up sort of buttons. So I'm not used to the F keys yet. So here in this video, I am trying to, because I is supposed to save a lot of time switching in combat. And these first couple I think are a little bit rocky. But as you can see, I do use the thralls for excess damage. I'm also going for the two other Sarachnis achievements. One of them is to only let Sarachnis use her range attack once in every cycle. So from when she freezes you to when you run up and try to punch her in the face again. And the other one is to not take any damage from Sarachnis. It obviously, not obviously, I guess, but her offspring or her spawns don't count as damage. It does, I think, for Scotizo. You can't take any damage from the Scotizo, the lesser demons and stuff. But for Sarachnis specifically, you can take damage from the melee and mage spawn. So it's just praying correctly for Sarachnis. So without further ado, here are the KCs, or at least here are the loot from the KCs. So here we are at KC number 12, my first one of this trip. It was definitely a little bit rough. I went through a lot more, not even supplies, I guess, but I did take a lot more damage than I thought I would. I have not actually done Sarachnis since my combat stats were in the 60s or 70s. I thought it'd be a very fun mid-game boss. It ended up just being exhausting. So I kind of, after, as you saw with the 11 KC, I kind of gave up and left. I have so much respect for Verf, who's done this 1,000 odd times, or everybody else who's doing it that many times. It's just a little bit more tedious than I remember. So I haven't done it that much, and I realized now that I'm taking a lot more damage than I should be, and I'm missing prayers a lot more often. But it is a great boss to use those F keys with, to get used to the F keys with. And KC number 14, I think I missed KC 13 or something like that, or I missed 12 and I did 13 last. But either way, I finally got Ready to Pounce, which is essentially taking only one ranged attack per cycle from Sarachnis, which really is just spam clicking her as much as possible and getting lucky with where she decides to run to, whether it's across you or whether it's away from you to one of the corners. I just got super lucky, was able to spam her and target only her and not her spawns. So that made this achievement a lot easier than I thought it would. I thought it would take much, much longer than this. And this is KC number 15, almost. I am getting a lot better at this, but still missing quite a few prayers, as you can see from my health. and in a second here from my inventory. But I am getting the pages finally, which means I can go ahead and almost do the mini quest, which I'm happy about. This is KC number 16, coming in much easier, but now I finally ran out of food. Well, never mind. I guess here's a supply drop. KC number 17, come on down. I'm feeling like a talk show host holding the mic up to my mouth, doing a voiceover. Here we are, 18 KC. I must have missed one because this, my little loot tracker there says it's a 6 KC trip. So I must have just not recorded one or thought I recorded something and deleted it on accident. But somewhere in there was another kill because I started with 11 KC and now I'm at 18 and that's not 6 kills. And here we are back at it, ready to go. Only a mere 7 kills more to go before I actually get the achievement there, the 25 KC achievement. And at this point, I was really hoping I wouldn't have to come back to Sarachnis. So I was really trying to pay attention to all my prayers, making sure I got them tick perfect, which is not, tick perfect, but perfect, which is what you need for the achievement. And KC number 19, as you can see, I have taken a little bit of damage here, but thankfully none of it was from Sarachnis. I finally got Inspect Repellent, mainly because I guess spiders are not insects. So here we are, KC 19. All I have to do is get another 6 kills and I am done with Sarachnis. This would be the last combat achievement I have for her. And here we are, KC 20, 5 more to go, and I got the much appreciated supply drop. And that is KC number 22. I forgot to record 21, where I got these 89 blood runes. And I ran out of food, so I'm going back to the house and to resupply, sort of do the whole kit and caboodle. It was a very kind of rough KC on that one. Almost died. I think I might be the only person who's died this much to this boss at level 113. And here we are back with the King of Food, Trout. Might be the only person who actually uses Trout, but I collect it from all the random events and whatnot. Mainly because it's a good accident food. If you do something wrong, you kind of mess up, or if you take a little damage doing something, it's a really good food. I also use Trout a lot in the entry mode, Theater of Blood, because the first 2 bosses, the Maiden and the Grotesque Gentleman, that can't be Grotesque Guardians. No, I have no idea. I really don't know people's names. Wow. But they're both fairly easy, and then after you kill the second boss, there is a supply drop of, I think, 10 bandages in the in entry mode. And I personally like to just try to leave as much space as possible in my inventory for those, ideally all 10 spaces. So what I'll do, because I will bring in the Salvo Amulet as well, to deal with the second boss, whose name is just absolutely spacing me right now. Does it even matter? No, it doesn't matter. Anyway, I like Trout. That's my point. I got some Trout. Let's go. I don't know what melee range is for that. That felt a little And see, perfect. Trout coming in handy here. Make a little mistake. Trout. All right, that's a bigger mistake, but still, 2 Trout. Maybe 3. I don't know. At a certain point, they don't heal that much, though, so it's kind of not a great food to eat, but I do still like using them because, again, they're practically free. Oop. Here we are losing the internet, hoping that when I get back, I have the right prayer on. This is called playing with mobile internet. Ooh, this is actually going for a second, isn't it? Oh, hey, look, I'm not dead. That's always nice. KC number 23. 2 more. Here we go. Sarachnis champion. That is 25 KC done. So let us check out the combat tasks for bosses. And we're going to go down to, well, oh, there it is. Sarachnis. Okay, I'm getting emails. I apologize. Oh, it doesn't actually tell you. Oh, well. Okay. I guess I have to just go back to this. Monster. Sarachnis tier all. Okay, so we have done them all 10 times, 25 times. Crush weapon without her using a range attack twice in a row, and of course without her dealing damage to anyone. So I am finally done with this, the Sarachnis grind. And that is right, I finally completed Can't Touch Me at 67 KC. Wow, that is a load off of me. I cannot believe I finally did it. It took... I think I hopped worlds a couple of times, but was my log says 7. A couple of those were empty. So I mean, like this one, at least 2 of them are empty. Well, no, that's with 220. So I would say closer to 10 KC altogether, but that means finally I have 1 medium combat task left, and it's the Winter Taught one, which honestly is not that difficult. I join a world, I wear Graceful, I run around, I heal up the Pyromancers. It'll take probably 1 or 2 attempts, maybe even 3, but I'll probably get it. But that is insane. I can't believe I've actually gotten that achievement. I did it without I didn't record any of it because I knew that as soon as I record it, I was not going to be able to do it. So I'm feeling really excited by that. So let's go ahead and finish these up.